What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Sunday Night Live. It's been a while. What's going on, Mike?
It's been a minute. What's going on, Trev? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Man, feels like it's been forever. 2 weeks. Last
Mhm.
week was the weekend.
The weekend? Is that what
From
we're calling
hell,
it now?
but I just call it the weekend. There you go. There you go.
Well, let's say
Just
hi to
stay
everybody.
neutral with it.
Then we can get into what happened in those 2 weeks, And
What's
I'm with
up,
Tina.
James?
Yeah,
DJ?
Sunday night. What's
Thanks
up,
for coming
James?
by. Tina, what's up, babe?
Hey, Tina.
Las Cruces, what's up? The other
Las
James.
Cruces. Alive in New Mexico.
Thanks for coming through. Will Boggs.
Hey, what's up,
Hello,
Will?
Boggs. Appreciate
I
you
know
always.
that guy.
Buddy Baker.
What's up,
going
Buddy
on,
Baker? And the answer to your question, buddy, no. Mewtwo could not beat LeBron if powers were not included. That's the answer. He could
I don't
not
know.
beat
Isn't Mewtwo like 8 feet taller or 7 feet tall, something like that?
something like that. But you're talking about it didn't say LeBron wouldn't have skill. It said Mewtwo wouldn't have powers. So, unless
Yeah,
Mewtwo's
I
just
don't
been
know.
playing some National League basketball against some pros, I don't see it. I love Mewtwo, but all right, let's move along.
Okay. Guess who's back again? What's going
What's
on,
up,
brother?
Brian? I know that
Sorry I
guy.
didn't get to see you. Was really upset about that. Really wanted to meet Brian. One of the ones I wanted to.
It's a blessing.
Joe, what's going on, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
Going to be showing off some of the stuff I showed off. Actually, my HeroesCon Hall first on Anachronic Comics channel. Go check that out. His espresso mail call us last Friday. He got the first dibs on all of my show and tell. He's showing all that off again tonight. What's going on, Carmen? Thanks for coming through.
What's up, Carmen? 2 thumbs up, Carmen. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. No.
There you go. Great crafting channel with Robin's Buys and DIYs. Always joint crafting together on live streams. Check out
Friend
Carmen.
of the family. I love Carmen.
Yeah,
Right.
hopefully next year. Will, appreciate you.
Oh, it's gonna go down.
CJ, what's going on, CJ? Yep, live.
What's up, CJ?
We are alive and live.
Alive and live, yes. Thank the Lord.
Angela, what's going on, Angela?
Hey, Angela.
Thanks for coming through. Bethany, what's going on, Bethany?
Hey, Bethany.
Can't wait to get back into the groove this week. Nice. LP, what's going on, LP? Great job you did yesterday morning.
Fantastic. It was fun.
With the karaoke cover battle. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. I can say Robin kind of Neil, he does it like a karaoke master, and he probably thinks he was like, nah, you just got to go watch. There were some amazing performances from all three, but Robin killed it. Robin, she was in full costume and shit. And she brought Madonna waffle cones out. Madonna waffle cones. Just let that sit, people.
Cat fan, what's going on, bestie?
Hey, Cat fan.
Glad to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Gary Woods, what's up, Gary?
What's up, Gary?
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Kenneth Bird, what's up, Birdman?
What's up, Kenny?
It looks like everybody. All right, let's do these shout outs real quick. First off, I'm going to shout out, there's 3 people. I was sick during HeroesCon. I was kind of bedridden for a couple of days up in the room. And 3 people came up there and saw me. So I'm shouting. First off, we got Collecting the Third. Well, putting out
Your audio
HeroesCon content.
Your audio is messing up, so say that real quick again.
Durs, he's at 3,000. He's been putting out some awesome HeroesCon content. Last video's got almost 1,000 and 1.7K. Really stepped up his game with the press pass. Everybody was kind of joshing him a little bit for getting the press pass, and he really definitely stepped it up and used it to its full ability, and just putting out some great content. Go check that out. He's put a lot of effort into that. Did a really good job.
He got 2 interviews that I didn't even think was possible to get her interviews. So I highly suggest going to check out Collecting with
Zulo,
Durs because yeah, Zulo. I can't believe he got that, and she allowed it because
right?
I tried 3 separate times. Roscoe tried twice.
Yeah.
The
So
second you
great
said
dude.
question, go ahead.
Almost one of my day one homies. Collecting with Durs. He's got some
Yeah,
people
Durs
come
is
in.
awesome.
Bigger. What's going on, my DC bro?
Hey, Chris Bigger.
Thanks for coming through. Tiff. What's up, Tiff? Watch
Tiffany
out that
Love.
lava.
Yep, she's gonna be throwing lava around.
Watch
I
out.
like it. I like it.
Jay, what's going on? Jay Thompson.
Hey, Jay.
Got ejected from the Cubs game with a single pitch. Not the sticky stuff. Surfer. What's going on, A Surfer? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you coming by. He's always going live from Hawaii. Dude rips more packs than anybody. I swear. All right, next we have another person that came up to my room. Was Geek Out with Roscoe. He and Papa Roscoe, which was really awesome to meet him as well, came up there and just chilled for a while. And love this dude. Just a awesome individual in the community. Everybody knows Roscoe. Just a sweetheart. Does Between the Lines on Monday nights, usually with TM Nerdy, but he's been doing it with Phil's Treehouse. He's been filling in. 7:30 Central Time. So check out Between the Lines. Awesome show. They have a guest on, and they in the chat, everybody draws a crossover or a mashup.
Mashup style, like where you at home can, send in your art and get it featured during the show. But it's also featured a guest that gets interviewed by the chat. People at home get to ask anything they want, and it's usually the most outlandish stuff you can think of. And I can, no secrets aside, this dude's got some big name guests. He did lock down some big, huge guests at the con. I'm not gonna say no names. But incidentally, he was having the same problem getting interviews when nobody wanted to do the interview. But the second he said people were drawing from home, a lot of people locked down. And supposedly, like the way I heard it was one big name kind of like found out about the show and reached out to another big name because they were so excited about it. He got some fantastic stuff coming. I love Roscoe. That's more getting to meet him and Pops. That was. I mean, getting to meet everybody. There's no. I mean, Trev was. Dang, Travis Pod, like top dog.
Ben Compton, what's going on, Ben? How did you welcome Boggs at the con?
I probably grabbed him, gave him a big. Honestly, I don't remember a lot. Like most of that gets like foggy over. Like I don't remember exactly how I met everybody, but I do remember everybody got hugs, and it was probably a hug because I went and met Will when he was entering the con.
And the last one to come up there was Ben Parker Comics. Now, Ben's been in the community for a long time, but he just started his channel 4 days ago, put up his first video. He redid his basement into a comic room. It's insane. He did like a blue floor with glass finish on it. And it's just a huge space. And he has, man, look at these BCW short boxes. He probably has 100 of those bitches.
Yeah. And
just
he's
ridiculous.
Just an awesome individual. And not only that, but in his video, it's a HeroesCon video, but he's showing some grails in that video. And it was an honor to get to go, hunt with him as he picked up those grails, man. Then there was some very nice surprises. And I can say Ben Parker was definitely like a welcome, like amazing surprise.
Yeah, he's just an awesome individual. Mm-hmm. So go support some Ben Parker Comics. Like I said, just started his channel. Great dude. And of course, the guy that helped me through all of it is my co-host.
This guy.
Couldn't have survived without you. Does comic book reviews. He'll probably be getting back on that pretty soon. And
I already got 2. Wait.
Nice. Those
plastic and beeswax, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for this live. I already did my HeroesCon video and my 2 reviews. They coming.
There we go. Got a HeroesCon video. Can't wait to see that for sure. Check out Evil's Comics, and then we got the Dark Tower in a week. I gotta start on that. I gotta crunch time.
The
I bought it.
live is oh, you did? It's
Yeah.
quick. That's what I was telling Phil. Phil was kind of, he hadn't started his reading it. Now, I mean, it's quick. It's like a gunslinger. You know, it's and the book moves quick too, so it's not like a slow read either. I want to say it has a couple slow parts in it, but that's kind of king. Yeah, but we got a week to go. The thumbnail's up. It's live. You know, yeah. Thanks, Tina. And you were a big topic of the conversation because everybody was worried about Trev. So they were like, "Where's Tina? We got to get a hold of
All right, we're gonna do a little something backwards. We'll get out. If you've watched, anybody who's watched or read anything this week and you want to talk about it, a few different things I've been watching the last couple of weeks. We got Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Netflix.
I love Childish. I love Childish Gambino, but
Donald Glover.
Yeah, I do not like the just the idea behind the story. I was not a big fan of like a hitman couple that gets married and they have to go against each other. And I know they did it different.
No, but that's not how not how this works. It's a little bit different. It's like it's like they're just
now it's more like a tag.
They sign up with the CIA and they basically both sign up for do anything like the riskiest shit. So they get just put together as quote unquote Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and they eventually fall in love with each other. But just to start out with, they're just two random people that are assassins for the government.
Kind of like a prequel leading into it, kind of thing.
Yeah, but there's like Mr. and Mrs. Smith is like a code name for different assassins because they meet other Mr. and Mrs. Smiths. And they're able to like talk about this like being an assassin and shit for the first time because with people in the game, it's very strange.
So what would you rate it at?
I mean, it's a solid 7. It's a 7.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, it's Donald Glover, and
I'm still watching it.
He's one of the actors that like I mean everything I've seen him and I've enjoyed. I do enjoy him as a person, so I might watch it eventually. It's just the whole Brad Pitt and that movie kind of like, I don't know. But recommendations I do take. What's up, Dan? I need that.
Treehouse. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Phil? That's the dude I needed in the HeroesCon.
Juan.
What's up, Juan? That's the dude I need to hear. Say that.
Hey, Will. What's up, bud?
What's up, Will?
We were talking backstage. It was like talking about how different people are different than what you envision. You're exactly how we envisioned you.
Oh yeah, I love Cuppy. Cuppy was one of the first people I ran into,
awesome.
And the last day he was just walking around with his famous like artist friend. Like, well, I think it was the artist. It's either writer or artist. No, I think it was writer. Right? I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of cool.
Robin,
what's up, Robin?
Appreciate you. Sweet Tooth finished up the 3rd season.
How was that?
I gave that a solid 8. I mean, it was a good ending. It wrapped up the whole story of the infection and all that stuff.
Yeah, eventually I plan to go into it because I did like the first 2. I never read. I read like bits and pieces the original, but I did enjoy the writer and artist. I thought so.
But I thought it was cute. I mean, yeah, I would say it's not really more of a kids, but it's definitely has a lot of kids elements.
Like an in between, I'd say, like because it's post-apocalyptic, but it's like it's not so like violent or like so grotesque as most post-apocalyptic like kind of theme. Yeah, it's got the mutations, but that's not nowadays. That's not so weird,
Mm-hmm. The Boys, they got like 4 episodes out.
How's that?
I'm liking it. I thought they almost wrapped it up pretty good last season, but I like the direction they're going in.
I've heard mixed things about it. Some people that were big fans of the first 3 seasons and supposedly they did some things in a couple episodes that they weren't, but I don't know.
They got a new member of the 7. This black chick that's the smartest person on the planet. So she's like she's working with Homelander, and it's just like mind games, just like fucking over the good guys constantly. making them look bad in the media, all sorts of stuff like that.
That sounds cool.
Demon Slayer's on the fifth or sixth episode of the Hashira, the 5th season. So good. Now that Moshimo is coming after Nezuko because she's conquered the sunlight. So it's like they're waiting for.
I've heard nothing.
Just waiting for this shit to hit the fame.
Yeah, already it's like every episode is top rated.
Mm-hmm. Season 4 of
The Boys.
The Boys. I mean, The Boys is what it is. There's random, useless, grotesque randomness. That
I heard
happens. Like there's always like some.
Well, the complaint that I heard was that that a lot of people enjoyed the first 3 seasons and they thought it was about something, and then like the 4th season has kind of switched gears, and now like the same people that enjoyed the show for those facts believe they're being made fun of for those facts now, kind of thing. Like and I kind of, like from your explanation earlier, like how the good, the bad guys are kind of fucking over the good guys. I can see where that might be coming from.
24, like Kiefer Sutherland, like
I tried watching 24. Yeah, 20 years ago. My problem with 24 was the explanation was the show was supposed to have taken in 24 hours, but you got like 4 seasons worth of that didn't fit in no 24 hours. Get out of here and name it something else. Nope. You failed just from the name alone. Nope. That's all Keith Sutherland was good at. Just a weird show.
Started watching on Netflix The King of Collectibles. Anybody knows Ken Golden? Golden's Auctions. They're like one of the biggest auction houses in the world. And it's just it's kind of like, I would say it's kind of like Pawn Stars in a way, but they go out to get rare items to sell on their website, and it like just tracks the like a Jackie Robinson jersey that sold for $7 million, or really cool old antique collectibles, sports memorabilia, like old records, old guitars from artists, just cool shit. That's all I've been reading and watching.
Did you watch The Alkaline?
No,
that's
I don't have access to Disney right now, and I don't know if I should pay for that.
Yeah, I don't recommend it at this point. I mean, The Alkaline right now, I want to say it's at a half level. I'm not, there's this whole like rage and disconnect with fans. Like, it's horrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not there yet. It's still decent. Like, I say as far as Star Wars, that it's one of the, there's some weird things. Like, I can give you the 2 problems that I had, and I kind of labeled this backstage with TM Nerdy because we were talking about it. Okay, so they get to a point, and this is supposed to be the golden age of the Jedi, right? That they've gone into explanation about that and blah, blah, blah. But they get to this one point in like the 3rd episode, and like the main like detective Jedi, that I don't know their names, but the dude from Squid Games, he mentions that the Jedi have outlawed the ability to teach tradition or laws to your children. I was like, what? So you're trying to tell me that like no parent can pass down their traditions or their laws? Like, how does that make any sense? So so how they explain it is, and this is kind of like, I guess, the seeds of how like the Sith would rise and blah blah blah. How they explain it is basically like, if you're, instead of abducting kids, they're like, hey, if your kids display any kind of hidden talents, they are to be sent straight away to the Jedi for some unforeseen time. And if the parents pass down any of their traditions or whatever, they're not only wiped clean or forgotten, but like the parents actually get in trouble for that. They can go to like prison. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why is this a thing? Like that didn't even make any sense. Could you imagine not being able to pass down your traditions as a parent? And I'm not talking about no force powers, just your regular traditions. Like,
I guess they didn't want any traditions to get in the way of their mission or their teachings.
They're just specifically trying to instill the Jedi lifestyle,
Yeah.
Like The second weird thing is like it's kind of like the whole, and I know it's a big qualm, but like the fact that the Sith are making themselves present, because during this time they were supposed to be like extremely hidden. That was the whole point with episode one. Like they came out of the shadows, out of the darkness, kind of. And I don't know. It's a small thing. I mean, it depends on how they end the show, kind of thing. You know,
Mhm.
if he doesn't become known, then there's no. I don't know. I'm still liking it though.
So
I
DJ,
do like
welcome
the
back.
X Files. I do like the X Files. That was a good show.
Oh, the
Well,
X Files was great. I love the X Files. It kind of got off. It kind of ended different than what I
yeah,
thought it should have ended, but yeah,
I like the movies. You know, they were good too. I mean, Mulder and Scully. Come on, redhead.
right. All right, we got a few things here. We got comics curing cancer. If you didn't make HeroesCon, check out djlinks.bigcartel.com, and you can still order some of these art books and the Miko Suion Sonic book. All proceeds go to comics curing cancer. And just keep an eye on that big auction coming in this fall, and they're going to have more stuff coming out before then as well. I think they reached 12,000 so far year to date is what we're up to. The rough estimate raised 5,000 at HeroesCon. So
Yeah,
big shout out to Rob's Fat Stacks, DJ Links, and Legion of Comics. Just amazing
yeah,
stuff y'all are doing. Saw a couple of those videos with Legion of Comics selling people there at the booth.
yeah.
Holy shit, that dude, he's sell like ice to an Eskimo.
Man, he's
It
got a
was so
business
good.
track mind.
It was so good. I mean, it wasn't like overbearing. It was just so precise.
No, they kind of had like a feel like when you walked up. Because I didn't get asked if I wanted to buy anything. They kind of like if you went towards this stuff, that's when Mark latched on you. They wrote, you know, he was like if he saw you go for your wallet, if he
Mhm.
saw you like go for the art book or the variant, that's when Mark would latch on. He'd be like, you know. I mean, once he lashes on, no, you had to buy stuff. I think Brian mentioned he got him like 3 times or something like that. Mark's got a skill. You know?
It's going to be interesting seeing that art book, some of those original art, what they're going to go for during
Mm.
C3, because there's a couple of them I'm gonna be bidding on for sure.
Taylor's piece is just out of this world. Like that's
The Mr. Freeze.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like what style is that? It's almost like
Peach
Tim
Momoko,
Burton
maybe.
style or something.
I want to say yeah. It's like Peach Momoko because it's like a watercolor, but then it's like yeah. I want to say kind of like either like you know Batman the animated series style mixed with the Tim Burton kind of thing. That's a beautiful piece. It was so cool seeing up close. It's a big piece too. It's like that big.
All right, and lastly, we got Brian LCS and the Comic Book Community Awards. Nominations are now open as of last week, and I'm actually in the 5,000 category now. So this show that we're on right now would be Best Ongoing Series 5,000 plus, but the one that I'm really wanting to get in is the Best Community Hangout live stream for my B3 because I'm really love my B3 stream, but not really pushing it. Want to see a bunch of new channels this year. I got nominated a bunch last year, but check that out. Nominate some channels, some newer channels, some channels that you like in a bunch of different categories. There's like 27 categories this year, maybe.
Yeah, I think they had one.
Something like that. So check out the Comic Book Community Awards and nominate some people. So, yeah, you want to just, I guess, start off with how did your con start? Your con experience?
My con experience started out with so first and foremost, I want to say like something that people don't talk about, but like in my opinion, this was like the best con. I've been to some of the bigger. The only one I haven't been to was San Diego Comic Con and MegaCon. I've been to everything else, like Wizard World, Big Apple Con. Like I've been to all the other big ones. This was like I want to say this was hands down the best con. It wasn't just the YouTubers there that was the reason. I mean, I want to say 80 to 90% of the con floor was specifically comics or comic vendors. Like, I mean, they had some like huge names that just don't make it to, you know, like Texas and California side kind of stuff. They only stay in the, um, but just the way it was spread out, space, the whole venue, it was huge. It was very pretty. Like I've heard talk about the trash. I didn't have any problem with trash cans, like that kind of stuff. Like every amenity that they said they had there was there, kind of thing. Um, but meeting all the other YouTubers, I mean, that was my experience. I mean, before I even got to the con, Justin Birch saw me, like, I guess, get off the bus, and he got me from behind. And he was like, he did the whole, like, peekaboo thing. And from that point on, it was just like, I mean, my two favorite booths, and this is one of my favorite stories, because C3 was like, I mean, yes, it's a great cause. What they're doing is fantastic. I support 100%. But at the same time, it was one of the cool places to be because you knew people were going to be there. I mean, the whole con, this isn't mentioned, but they had famous artists just doing art on the table the whole con. Then on top of that, like most of the YouTubers would kind of group there from time to time. So if you wanted to go see some people, like bam, there they were. But my favorite table was Naman. Naman's table was just hands down, like, because it was the same deal. Naman's table had he had famous people, like real. I mean, he had Simon Beasley right across him. He had, what is it, Jim Sterling, right? I mean, touching his table. He had Dan, I forget his last name, but Dan was right next to us doing art the whole time. And Naman's table was so popular, all the other famous people like Simon Beasley wanted to know what the fuck was, like, who was Naman and what was it, Jim Sterling, when he moved in, that was one of the funnier things. He came over to us and he was like, "What's going on over here?" And Naman was interviewing, I want to say Comic Viking at the time, and like, Jim Sterling was like, "What's going on, man? Who is this guy?" And I was all like, "Oh, he's big YouTube. He's a huge YouTuber. He's just interviewing people." And Jim Sterling was all like,
What's up,
"No,
Naman?
what's up,
My
Naman?"
quartet.
Yeah, but the con was fantastic.
Beck.
I mean,
What's up, Beck
what's up, Beck?
Neptune? Thanks for coming in. What did Tina say? Tina asked you something.
Press pass poses. I want to say most of the
Get
people
everything
that
you
had press
wanted.
passes used. Yes, I did. Well, not all. Jay Lee was supposed to be there, and when we assumed that's what table Naman had took was Jay Lee's table because he wasn't there. But like I took like 5 books for Jay Lee to sign, and he wasn't there. So it was like, damn you! I only had so much space, but everything else, I didn't get that. And Daniel Warren Johnson, I could have, but I just didn't. I didn't bother when I'm waiting in line. I've met Daniel Warren Johnson like twice already. Once before he was big, and I met him when he was doing.
Is there a press pass poser?
Well, okay, a lot of people had the press passes, and I want to say not everybody used their press pass.
How did you know that, Cuppy? How did you know?
Cash only. Yeah, cash only was funny. That appeared on the second day. The first day on Nauman's table, there was nothing. It was just Nauman doing interviews at a table. And then the second day, when we went to that table, that's when and I know the story where that sign came from. It was another dealer, and he was only accepting cash, and he was pissing people off. So somebody had stole that sign. Somebody had stole that sign off of his table and put it on Nauman's. That's how it ended up on Nauman's.
That's a great story. The cash only.
Yeah, Nauman's table was fantastic. Like every time I went there, he had everybody that I wanted to run into. If I couldn't find them, they were either at the C3 booth or with Nauman, like doing interviews and stuff. And then I want to say the second and third day, Nauman was doing art at his table. Dan's doing art. Sterling's over there. I mean, it was full blown. Like it was cool. Shit, we went over there.
What's up, Ferd? Thanks for coming in.
Scott and Nauman were like having a fudge break at some point on Saturday. They were just because there was like a fudge booth in the middle of the con, and they just were
I thought that was
there
weird.
Eating fudge.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Mark Spector? What's up, Dave?
Thanks for coming through. Mark Spector Comics, appreciate you. There we go. Get lucky for a duck. It's going to be our normal live stream duck pool for the monthly duck race. Had that queued up and Cuppy freaking typed that. That's hilarious, man.
I can still say there was a ton of people that were there that I still didn't either run into. Like when Nerdy Girl was there, and I knew I saw her. I even mentioned that I think to Nam, and I was like, "Is that Nerdy Girl?" And he was like, "Nah, I don't think that's her." And we walked off. And then like, I want to say Sunday, I'm looking at IG and she's posting stuff. I'm like, it was her. Like, I want to say I saw her like a couple times. There was like, I want to say like 20 people that I've seen on IG that were like posting, stuff from HeroesCon that I just never saw, ran into.
Well,
Mastodon
there
was
was a
somebody.
couple people that like multiple people in their comments were like, "You were there," and they're like, "I was there 1 to 3 on Sunday" or something like
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that was
A,
like
a lot of
Mastodon.
people.
He was there. I never ran into him, and everybody kept. I couldn't find him, and that was like I kept telling you there were some people I kept running into like crazy, like Jigs. I ran into Jigs and
Mhm.
Puff Comics like a ton. It's like every time I turned the corner, Jigs was there. It's like, what's up, dude?
28 watching, 15, 16 entries. What's up, Andrew Kai? What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Andrew Kai?
Get the hashtag in there if you want to have a chance at a duck.
Just trying to think.
How
Me
tall
and
you were?
Will's.
Yeah, aren't you like 6 foot?
Yeah, Will was pretty tall, but I kind of like imagine that you can kind of see that from if you've
Mm-hmm.
watched some live stream, like especially when he's standing above his phone. But I didn't. Yeah, I did. There were surprising. I've
The
told like
biggest shock
Trev.
was Angel for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I think I met 14 people, but
yeah. I think Angel was like one of the biggest surprises because she was so tiny, and it just especially next to Remy, and Remy's like tall, It was like dang.
Mhm.
But there were surprises, like BLC. He's a lot taller than I knew. Dave still only at 35 cents. He was really tall. Um, but that's like meeting Tyler. Everybody makes him sound like he's way taller. Shattered Glass, and
Yeah.
he's I want to say he's tall, but he's not like freakishly tall. That's like DJ. He's not freakishly short, or Mark. I want to say they
Mm,
are. They're
mm.
short, but I want to say not freakishly.
No.
I told backstage that like Cuppy was a big surprise. Cuppy's a lot more like wider than I expected. He's a lot more muscular, broader. I guess you can say. Yes, Comic Viking is definitely a Viking. That I agree with you, Naman. Naman's exactly like. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's just it was like it's exactly the way you kind of we've seen or whatever. There
Mhm.
was, I guess you can say, a little surprise kind of thing.
Hey, what's up, Travis? Glad to see
What's
you.
up, Travis? I
Hope
mentioned
you're
you earlier.
doing well.
Love me some Travis.
Las
No, but getting to meet
Cruces.
all
Right.
my friends and stuff like that. I mean, like people I've known for like 3, 4 years. Some people like 5. Like, that was amazing. And it was just. I mean, there was no awkwardness in the meeting. It was straight like the hugs and belly rubs and stuff like that. It was. I keep telling people it was the best treasure hunt ever. It was basically like walk around the con, and if you found a YouTuber, you got like free hugs. It was cool.
Hey, man, you do what you want to do. I mean, you could.
I think it's a good idea to make goals. I think a lot of people are making goals. I think like I've switched my goals around. I think I'm gonna try to make it next year. Yeah, I got to have drinks. Disney.
Yeah, what was up with Saturday night? Okay, we got 20 entries. Let me go ahead and pull this here in just a second. What's up, Vinny? What's going on, bud?
Cash only. It's a joke
From
from the con.
IG.
That Saturday night was the
Yeah,
auctions.
go ahead and explain the cash only again.
That's
In case
Naman's
anybody
table.
missed.
Naman actually had a table that he confiscated at the con, and he just set up at the con. And on the second day, he had the cash only sign there, and they made him it even more look like a legit table. I mean, you'd be standing there, we'd be all talking to YouTubers and stuff, and you'd see people like, "What's going on over there?" Because it'd be a big crowd, it'd be like 30 of us, and they'd be like, "Well, what's going on over there?" All it takes is like a couple people in a line, and all of a sudden, like people get interested.
Just
They start.
more legitimized him being sitting at a table that he just
Yeah, and then he
Fuck
was
that.
doing interviews on like a professional like gimbal type camera and stuff. And he had
Hmm.
like a professional like wireless mic. It made him look all like very sincere that he was there for a reason, kind of thing.
What's up, fanboy?
What's up, fanboy? Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Your
I
wife
think he
did
was faking.
awesome yesterday.
He just
John
didn't want to say.
Stout. What's up, Stout?
What's up, John? One of my besties. I know John for a long time.
Christina Payne. What's going on, Christina?
What's up, Christina?
Troy.
What's up, Troy?
Thanks for stopping by, Troy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great.
No, I even pissed Norman off because Saturday, and he even went around and told the story wrong, unless he got pissed off at somebody else. But Saturday, it was this is another big complaint that I had about the con. There was just so many people that I wanted to chill with, unless they were chilling in a big group. You kind of had to select like who you wanted to chill with, kind of thing, because everybody was going in different directions.
Mm.
And on Saturday night, Norman wanted to go to dinner, and I was like, "All right, Buddy Baker,
Buddy
congrats."
Baker. Pretty new to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and congrats on the duck.
All right.
The end of the month duck race. Usually give away 20 to 30 books. Pretty large stack.
Yeah,
So
but I
what was
ended up
your
going.
just like meeting people was obvious highlight.
I got my grail accomplished like day one and day two and it was kind of that whole Friday because going into the con I was recognized like by two different writers like Doug Wagner and Doug Dabbs for my reviews and stuff. The writer on plastic vinyl, and so getting recognized him at a con, I still think that's amazing. Like people will shout out, "Hey, Evil's Comics," and he was loud about it.
That's
And getting to
awesome.
go over to his table and having and I was really bad. I didn't take any pictures of the dude, any video. I was just getting to talk to him, meet him. I got my book signed, that kind of stuff. But Doug Dabbs as well, get to meet the artist behind some of his books and stuff. So that was kind of like as far as like the famous people there, and then Frisian getting to like meet because I've never had the chance to meet her, or I've seen her a bunch online.
Hmm.
Um,
And you said her line wasn't bad at all. You just pretty much
Nah,
walked up.
and it's kind of like how the con worked, especially on Friday. That's why me and Trevor were talking backstage. If we go again, we're probably going to hit it Thursday and then do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because it really does get started on Thursday. There's not a lot of the artist and writer there on Thursdays, but most of the hangout stuff starts on Thursday. Um, but Friday's probably the best day to go because all the writers and artists, the big ones, are there, and their lines weren't that bad. With Jenny Frison, she might have got like 10 people, but how quick she knocked out those 10 people. I went and got my book signed and Trev book signed. And each time I just kind of like waited around like a creeper, and like the line would go down, and then I'd be like, "Hey," you know. No, but I mean, and there were some that's why I didn't do Daniel Warren Johnson because his line stayed stacked pretty much the whole weekend, but he wasn't really there the whole weekend. It was like an hour on Friday, like an hour, like I don't even know if he shows Saturday. I just stopped going to his booth. Like Scotty Young was like pretty much a line. Chris Claremont was pretty much a line kind of thing.
Hmm.
Some of the big ones were, but everybody else, like, nah, I mean, you got to meet Larry Hama. Was there a line for him? There was that one dude
No,
that
I lucked
had like
out though.
yeah, and that was Sunday.
Hmm.
But I don't think we got a line for anybody. We might have got like one or two people in front of us, like Jang, like Hama, because you did get the chance to meet some people. Because I was trying to ferry you around as quick as I could. My best experience at the con was probably Saturday night, the art auction, which is funny because I'm not an auction type of guy at all. But it
Hmm.
was just one of the events that everybody was going to. So I was like, all right, I'll show up at the art auction. And the art auction it was amazing, thrilling, like exciting. Because that was another Doug Wagner had sat down with me and he was kind of partaking the art auction with me for a little bit. And then not only that, Scotty Young and Zavala and all these famous artists and writers are in the audience, bidding on either their friends' art or their art. It was dope. But the amount of money that was being thrown, the upsets of people not getting the art that they wanted, it was thrilling and stuff. Dave was definitely the big winner though. Still only 35 cents because he was to the point where he wanted to win stuff so bad. He was trying to win, win and pay for stuff for other people. Like he was trying to get Joe this piece, and he was trying to get like Scott Orders High a piece. He just wanted to win something.
Wow. It was
But that
just
was
too
probably
expensive. Everything was just kept on getting out of hand.
Yeah, and then even after the art auction, that it didn't end there because the art auction started. It was supposed to start at 8. It didn't really get going until 8:45. We left. They kind of ended it around 12. Officially, I don't even know if they auctioned everything off. They said they did, but what I had seen, they still had a lot to go. So I think they just shut it off and did like they did the auction for the next day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we kind of went back to the Weston patio, which has like a bar and stuff, and most of the famous people that we saw in the audience was there like at that bar, and that's when I was chilling with like the Lynx crew. Cubby was there, like Drac was there. That was the night that I stayed up until like 4 in the morning trying to figure out where Drac's hotel was, and he was like, I was like, Drac, which hotel do you stay at? And he was like, I stay everywhere. I
That's
was like,
funny.
okay.
And hey, he got home. Obviously, he's been in chat. What's up, Wellbore?
What's up, Wellborn?
Coming through, buddy. Kevin, Entropy.
What's
What's
up,
going on,
Kevin?
bud?
I like Phil's comment about my romantic twist. No, I didn't really, because I had a sick buddy, so I mean, I couldn't do the whole romantic thing. But I will say, I had a lot more lady luck in Charlotte than I have in 2 years, and I got hit on like 4 or 5 times at the con.
Yeah, you were telling me some stories there about
I had that girl,
waitresses and
and
stuff.
she was, yeah, the waitress. She was like, she cut through everybody, and she was like, you know what? I like Marvel. She must have said that like 15 times to me. She thought we were like famous writers and stuff and artists. That's why.
Kingdom of Nerds. What's going on, bud?
Hey, Kingdom of Nerds.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was at that bar, Will. Yeah, because
You want to show off
Friday
some stuff
night.
that you picked up, or?
Yeah, I can. I got it all right here. I can show off this first and some original Bosco art that, I got my Xeno
There you
Evil that he
go.
gifted me. I got this, and
That's
he gave
dope.
me
Yeah.
this. A meme
And tell us
from
a story
Spine
about this
Ticks.
again.
This is me kicking off somebody off of a live event. Like, get the hell out of here. One of the few times that I've actually gotten pissed off, and everybody was just like, and he remembered that and drew it. It
And
was a
that was
funny
what,
thing.
3 years ago or something? He's had that for 3 years.
That was 2021. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
was
long.
3 years ago. He drew that. He finally got it to him.
Mm-hmm. And getting to read Roscoe and Pops. I wish Cindy would have been there too. But
Pops was awesome. I liked Pops a lot. He's
Yeah.
really chill. Yeah.
All right, so I did. I only made 2 purchases. Most of my purchases were saved for like food, travel, and other stuff at the con.
Mhm.
But I did end up picking up beeswax, which is going to be one of the reviews that I do on my channel from Matthew Atkins. He's known as Siren in the community, but he does the art and the writing in the book. But I picked up both of them, and he signed and remarked them for me and stuff. I think that was like Saturday night. Let's see, I got my Doug Wagner books, all his stuff, and he signed. This is the one that I'll review, or I've done the review, and it's going to be dropping soon.
Is that a prequel to Plastic?
Yes, in a sorts. I think it's like back and forth because technically at this moment it's all prequel, but I want to say it's not a linear story. It's like a flashback type of thing.
Mm. What's up,
Rodney
Bill?
Barnes.
What's
up, Bill? Getting me
Appreciate
Rodney
you.
Barnes was a big one, and he was another one that I was nervous about just because of how like famous he is in my eye. I get real nervous around like super famous people, writers and artists not so much, but once it's like Stephen King or Doug, I was a little nervous around, but like normally when they're just artists or writers, I don't. But with Rodney Barnes, I did. I was like, hi, nice to meet you. Well, thank you.
What's up, AR? I hope you're doing better, bud.
What's up, AR? He was the person I was sad. We kept asking. I was like, when's he getting here? Yeah. Getting to meet Chrissy Zula.
Man, yes.
I took, that was like one of the first stops that I took Trev to, and she was already packed up and gone. I was like, damn. Then my prison stuff, I took Harley.
Hell
Getting
yeah.
to meet I got to meet Prison, I think 3 or 4 times over the weekend. It was cool.
Nice. I love that one.
Yeah. And then the rest of the Wagner stuff, and that's the remark from Doug Dabbs, and then Doug Wagner signed it over here.
Is that
I
Doug?
love it.
No, never mind.
It's Doug
Dan.
Dabbs. Yeah, because Doug Dabbs, he's only done like, I think 3 series. The other one's like Hell Drive, and he did that with Wagner, but that one's from like 2020. And I got my plush. I was like, yeah. Definitely plush and vinyl are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I don't know about 5 hours. Jeez, it's way too long. I know that Durs got a signature from him, and he was press pass, so he got in real early. Probably
I took a Daniel Warren Johnson. I didn't get that signed, and I took the whole stack of my gunslinger stuff. And the other one that I had was Justin Birch. The gunslinger stuff, I took like an older Roland for him to sign. I took a younger
Jay Lee. People were saying that the table that Nauman parked up at was maybe Jay Lee's, and he didn't make it.
Now there was 2 different bartenders, because see, Pocan, he knew about this place called Mortimer's. If you go to North Charlotte, you can find Mortimer's is cool. It's a bar / like restaurant, and there was a couple waitresses, but there was one like fantastic waitress. I mean, just it was kind of like a Sandra Bullock type of man, but she was like funny and like and sexy, and yeah, I wanted to go back. I was trying to get Trev to go back to Mortimer's, and he was like, nope. So we had pizza instead. No, but Justin was the only other book that, and I got to see Justin. No, you're not sure. I didn't get it signed. I took it. I ran into the fool a lot, but finally, when I had the book to get it signed, I couldn't find him. What'd you get? Are you showing your stuff, or they got to go watch Anaconda?
Yeah, I'll show my stuff. I guess you didn't show off your HeroesCon VIP still, but the VIP pass, even though I only got 2 hours use out of it, ended up getting to the con. I was sick. If anybody, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but got sick. Went to the hospital when I pulled into Charlotte, and spent 2.5 days in the fucking hotel room. But it got out at 3:00, and there's the HeroesCon shirt.
Yeah, I love the shirt.
Man,
I show off mine's still dirty. Yeah, the Comics Curing Cancer. 8675309.
Yeah, this is the Comics Curing Cancer shirt, baby. I love that shirt. Fits really well. Nauman, shout out to Nauman if he's still in the chat, but he was doing these for people and did me a Dr. Afra sketch card.
Did a card for Nauman. Nauman jibbed me, and I did the interview and everything. No, I'm playing.
You owe him a card, Nauman. You owe him a card. Shout out to Durs. She wasn't there on Sunday, but Alyssa Wong, who writes the 2nd volume of Dr. Afra, all 40 issues, she was there. And guess Durs went there and told her that I was sick, and the writer actually did a sketch for me.
Yeah, that was cool. Durs would text me. He's like, I got something for Trev. And then he showed it to me. I was like,
doesn't do that too often, I wouldn't think.
No, she doesn't.
We got, of course, when we got to the con, Mike was my chauffeur. He's like, we got to go here. It's perfect. Cut down on a lot of just fucking around. I'm sure you did on your first day and stuff,
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. Ari, what's going on? Yeah. I'm not looking forward to how much that's going to cost me, but getting the ambulance from the airport is not going to be cheap. I'm going to get a bill for that.
Hopefully they do it to Trev the shipping guru, and you just never see that bill.
Yeah.
Need to catch
I need to. Yeah. Really was upset I didn't see you, Nauman. BTC, what's going on, bud?
What's up, BTC? I gotta spend a lot of time with that. It's nice. It's nice.
But so the first thing I did was grab 3 of the Comics Curing Cancer art books. Like I said, these are books with 20 different artists from the community in there, and the original art's going to be auctioned during the C3 auction. But this is the first volume. There's probably going to be multiple volumes, I would think, because there's a lot of community artists that were involved. So be looking for that. Like I said, you can go to djlinks.bigcartel.com to still get these. Grabbed one of these from last year. Matt Wilson signed. This is the C3 book from last year, Unnatural Order.
I was supposed to take that, but I didn't have room, so yeah, but I got.
Probably going to give away, now that I got 2 of those and some of those art books, there's going to be giveaways for sure here pretty soon. And then grab one of the Sonic the Hedgehog 69, the Comics Curing Cancer, Miko Suion book with Shadow. Isn't that Shadow on there?
Yeah. Getting ready for Sonic
Played by
3.
Keanu Reeves coming up. We got Izzyverse. I paid for this before the con. He was doing pre-orders for sketches during the con, and he was set up doing sketches. And he did me this Darth Maul. And he did this awesome style with a lightsaber. It's fucking...
Yeah, it's like mixed paint. It's cool. Looks really good up close.
The animation Maul, pretty much.
Yeah. You didn't get to meet Izzy, did you?
No, I didn't. My boy, Mike, he's like, is there anything you want me to get signed? I gave him a few Scotty books. Of course, Scotty's line was insane, but he got me 3 Jenny Frizzens. So thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And absolutely love this Valkyrie, Jane Foster.
I like the audiobooks.
The Phoenix variant. We got, of course, I'm going to get a Kiss cover signed. So we got Steve Trevor and Diana on there. I just saw Durs pick this up from Pop's Instagram sale. Then we got the first Yara. So really happy to get some signed Jenny Frizzens. And then as soon as we went to the C3 booth and we started walking around, it's like, who do I want to meet? Definitely. And went immediately over to Larry Hama, artist and writer for G.I. Joe the past 50 years. Almost 50 years. No, be like 40 years.
42, 43, something like that.
And Mike and I were kind of blown away because he was in, I knew he was in MASH, but he was also in the Warriors.
The Warriors, yeah, I've been telling everybody that. I didn't know he was in the Warriors. That was pretty good. I actually went back and watched it and saw him. I was like, oh, there he is.
So he's a artist, actor, writer, director, all sorts. And I got to sit down with him. We got up to his booth, and this dude in front of us who had to have been working for him.
I don't know what the hell. He had like
did you notice that? Because I asked Larry a question, and that dude answered for him. Did you notice that?
I think that was his nephew, yeah, and I think he was working for him. Like, I want to say he was like somehow related to him, but yeah, I want to say it was like either his art rep or something like that. I thought you were talking about the guy in front of us.
No, yeah, the guy in front of us with the 40 books.
Nah, I think he was just like a fan or whatever. I don't know if he maybe
because I asked him anyway. This guy had a stack of books, and I'm just like, oh damn! I looked over, and then Mike's like, no, check it out. He's only got 2 left. That's the ones he's done. I was like, oh sweet. So like, just I don't know, a minute or 2 of standing in line was hardly any wait whatsoever. This is like 3:30 on Sunday, and walked up to him and said, all right. I had G.I. Joe 21, and I asked him, can you do a remark on here? And he said, yeah. I said, what do you normally do? He said, Snake Eyes. And I said, can you do something else? Can you do Storm Shadow? And the other guy said, yeah, he can do Storm Shadow. Looked at Larry, he goes, you can do Storm Shadow, can't you? And he's like, yeah. So, which he broke out a actual pen, which kind of threw me off a little bit and did like old school style. So,
and he said the whole weekend no one had asked for a remark. Trev was the first one to ask for a remark.
Yeah, he said nobody the entire con had asked for a remark.
It's hard to see, but it's Storm Shadow up there, and it looks like he's cutting the rope from Snake Eyes.
It's like he's coming from behind the building, about to cut his line.
Yeah, that's cool.
So really awesome. Happy to get that.
Hi, Ari.
And this book was from Tina. It's my birthday gift from Tina, so I had to get that one done. It's a special place in my heart. Thank you so much, Tina. Even better now. See you, Ari. Ozzy. Where's Ozzy?
I saw
What's
Quinn.
up, Quentin? Thanks for coming through, Ozzy.
A noob dummy. What's a
And
remark?
then
A
we immediately
remark.
went over to John Jang. Mike took me over there, and he only had one person in his line, and that woman had bought multiple prints and stuff from him, and they were just going off. And we
Yeah.
sat there and waited, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe at most.
Mhm.
And I had one book, the Superman book, one of my favorite Superman covers. And
So James is going to answer your question because this book is remarked by the artist, and that's what a remark is. A remark is when you go to the artist and they do like, it almost looks like a little stamp, but it's a little drawing that they do on the cover instead of signing. You can ask for a sign, or you can ask for a remark, and a remark is a little more expensive, but they'll draw you like a little something on the book.
yeah, an actual shadow on the cover, exactly. But went over to John Jang and asked for a remark on this book, and he said he usually does Superman. I said, "Can you do a Doomsday?" And John Jang, awesome dude. He said, "Yeah, sure." So came back about 15 minutes later with this Doomsday remark.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that he gave him a little Akuma bun. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. It looks really good on
awesome.
camera. It's funny.
Yeah. So really happy to get that. So that was basically, besides Scotty Young, I mean, the four people I went there to see to begin with, even though all the shit that went wrong, was Scotty Young, Jenny Frizen, John Jang, Larry Hama, and Daniel Warren Johnson. So out of 5 people, I got stuff from 3 of them. I'm pretty happy about that, considering.
Yeah, I got the same. You know, because I didn't even think. Yeah, but the same. It's not bad.
Thanks, Tina. Thanks, DJ. John. And didn't spend very much money at the con, so whenever I got back from the con, I might as well show off some of my hauls as well. Picked up this piggy bank for $10.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty awesome. I got a bunch of change just laying around. Pick up this Sasuke statue.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Hey,
a
Gary,
few more things. You know, this is the most famous, pretty much Jim Lee Superman
Jim Lee
cover.
Yeah.
Well, Todd McFarlane just came out with a figure, a statue that's the Jim Lee, and I picked that up when I got back. It's got wire in the cape, so you can make it with the same pose.
And Journey Jang is a friend of the family. He was cool. I mean, he's one.
Yeah, Jang. Once I mentioned Mark in Legion of Comics, he was like, "Ah." And lastly, I picked up my first Funko Pop, my channel insignia, my channel avatar, channel logo is Pain versus Naruto. You know, so I went ahead and got this, saw this, and thought it was meant to be. Picked up that Funko Pop, the greatest anime fight of all time. If you don't know, you don't know.
We don't.
Not a fan of Jang. What? Dude's awesome.
He's had personal.
Just don't like his art.
Nah, he's had personal.
He said, "Oh no, duh." I remember what happened with CJ.
And a lot of artists and stuff had that same thing. You got mad, you know, like, I mean, they would have signs posted, you know, like 3 limit, or, you know, at this con they had, like, you know, I think Scotty's table said he would only sign 5 of the same books or something like that, and that was his limit. Because I was like, with Jenny Frizen, she had like this one dude that had like 40 of the same variants they were getting to sign.
That it needs to be a limit. I think, yeah. It's like if you got more than 5, go back to the end of the line. Mark just threw in 3 of these magnets for comics curing cancer. So I'm going to be throwing in a couple of these in my next couple of giveaways, my monthly giveaways. Yeah, and that's what I was going to show off. The only sticker I got from anybody at the con, I didn't even get one of Durz's new stickers. Kind of depressing.
I got Durz.
Dave, that's still 35 cents. wasn't really too up on Dave's channel until this weekend. He's a Australian, but pretty cool. Couple stickers for the board.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Digger Jim, nice.
Yeah. And Digger Jim, it came with the coin.
Mm-hmm.
He actually puts on there like when he found it and what kind of coin it is. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Got me a CGC sticker, you know.
Oh,
I actually got a CGC pack of stickers. That was because they did those pins and I won the first day, which was the 0.5, and for the 0.5 you got the little sticker or whatever. I just like the pin. The pins are cool. I don't care what number I would have got. The pins like the prize right there.
Yeah, exactly. BTC that draws out way too far. Nice.
Izzy. I got a Cupo Comics keychain, and probably the best swag besides, because this is probably the most detailed swag I got because I got the Brian LCS, CBC. I mean, it came with a coaster.
It came in a little bag.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but this one right here, Hoarder's Hide, or he gives you a coin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like everything that he likes on there. It's like Jonah Hex, Dale, Disney, Spectre, original art, Looney Tunes. He's got his
he actually
hashtag,
DM'd me for my address. He's sending me one of those.
It's a nice one.
That's pretty awesome. I was kind of jealous about that, and he DM'd me. Rasco.
Yeah, and the only one that got messed up. I grabbed this, and this got messed up in the like on the trip or whatever. I was like, meh.
Was that just free? For getting
0.5
or something?
Yeah, they gave it to us in that sticker pack thing. I was like, yeah. And they gave us the print at the con. Did your print make it back?
No.
See, I gave my print to hers because it was just so awkward and big. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, mine was wrinkled. It was just awkward.
I need a cat fan.
Hey, you got your test stickers finally done, cat fan. Nice. Definitely need one. I don't have very much room on the board. It's filling up fast.
Like a couple empty spots.
Hashtag meh.
Meh.
No, the Naruto fight is the greatest fight. It's loss. Almost everybody dies. He almost dies. He transforms, saves the city. Brings everybody back to life. Was the best, most despicable person you met at the con? Wow.
Nobody. I didn't have any
best and the most despicable.
The best interaction was probably either Czars or Still Only 35 Cents. They were both like amazing individuals. They came all the way over to Australia. They were after like epic pickups like X-Men 1, and I mean, not that any one interaction was like better, because most of my interactions was more like time I got to spend with these people. Like Ben Parker, I got to spend like overall like 3 hours. Like Roscoe about 3 hours. Durs about like 6 or 7. Naman about 6 or 7. It varied. Worst? I don't know if I had a worst interaction. Everybody was super friendly. I mean, if they didn't want to interact with you, they just didn't. There was no like negativity or anything.
Nice.
Nicest surprise, biggest disappointment.
Waiting for you at the entrance. Nice.
Yeah. Nicest surprise was probably like the size and the space of the venue, like how big it was, because really it was like 3 buildings.
It was huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was set up perfectly.
Mm-hmm. You can tell they've been doing it for a while and that kind of thing. There wasn't any of that. Even the security and stuff like that was really cool. There was one security that I had, like, I think Friday and Saturday I had so much interaction because I was going back and forth helping Trev and, meet people. And I did a lot of walking. I think on Friday I did 22 miles, I think my step counter said.
Damn.
I want to say, like, the biggest disappointment about the venue was probably just how big it was. It was so massive to get to one side or the other. It was like a 5 or 10 minute walk. It was like 3 separate levels too. I don't even remember if I took Trev technically to the second or third level. Most everything was on the first. Because he didn't get to see. I didn't see any of the cars. The cosplay stuff
Yeah.
was all in the back corner. Biggest disappointment was really just a lot of people that I wanted to meet that I found out like later that I just, dang, they were there. Like, there was a whole bunch of people I could have met, but for the most part, I got, like, I met all the big people that I wanted to meet, kind of.
Pink-haired security lady.
Southern Cotton. No, there was this little bitty dude that was there, and he was fantastic and funny. He'd like the way he stopped people and ushered people in was kind of cool. He did this whole like bow thing, and that was kind of cool. I want to say like another big surprise was Southern Comic Geek. I've known Southern Comic Geek for a while, but we've never had like real interactions besides being in chats together and stuff. I hung out with him a lot. He was just a great individual to talk to. He was cool. He was a little bougie, he had some money to throw around, kind of thing.
That's pretty much it. I mean,
that's all I like.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I can keep going, but that's pretty much it. I got a recap, and it's about the same. What we just went over right here.
All right, let's go over some covers here real quick that are coming out this week that I'm looking forward to. We got Rook Exodus #3. If you're not on the Ghost Machine train, you need to be. Some great writing and art. Got Rook Exodus. That was the B cover. Here's the A cover. Favorite of the bunch is the Rook. Void Rivals #10. This is the connecting Howard version. It's gonna be cool to get all. It's like Void Rivals, Transformers, Destro, and Scarlet all connect.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Yeah. For the most part, it's pretty good art. The Scarlet one, her face is kind of We have Nottingham. We're going to be jumping on this series. We actually got a Justin Birch little credit down here at the bottom. You don't see his name on the front of the book very much.
No,
it's pretty awesome.
And Nottingham is a really good read. I love Nottingham. I haven't read like the last 2 issues, but all the way up because I had Nottingham Tales and Nottingham. Fantastic series. Speak of the devil, Jason's in the chat. Yeah, there was a couple times BTC. I did that like a couple different. Simon Beasley. That was Beasley for me. What's up, Jason?
Hey, there's Southern Comic Geek right there. Speak his name and he appears.
And he appears. Yeah, I was just talking.
What's going on, SCG? Let me say, tell us some more. Come on, Uncle Trev and Mike, tell us some more stories.
I can keep going. There was a lot of stories, a lot of fun there. Yeah, it was.
All right.
He was one of the pleasant surprises. Because you meet people and you never know how, because it's like I've interacted with the chats, but you never know how they are in person. He was just an awesome individual, and I wanted to spend more time with him, but it was like you're spread between so many people.
We got the classic anime coming out with the new book, Gotcha Man.
Gotcha Man.
Anybody knows that from, I believe, like the late 70s, early 80s? Gotcha Man?
Late 70s, I think. 76, maybe?
We got X-Men 97, #4. This is a great series. Just tons of action, tons of different characters. They're throwing in multiple villains and multiple heroes and battles in every single issue almost. And we got the 3rd printing of X-Men 97 #1, the anime style.
The anime style.
It's like a picture you'd have on your desk. We got Spider-Gwen #2. This is the Villa Lobos variant.
That's pretty
really great.
I want to say Gotcha Man ties to Battle of the Planets, but it's different.
Yes. I want to say either that or it became Battle of the Planets, maybe.
I always thought it was like it's what led into Voltron, but kind of the same thing.
We got the facsimile or / reprint. They say it's a facsimile on here, but it's a reprint.
Yeah.
Godzilla, King of Monsters. Durs just picked this up when it was Grails from HeroesCon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having it one day.
Only with 4 ground. Well, I had 2 in mind. Didn't see it.
We got giant size little Marvels. Scotty Young variant. Thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm. Got a whole series based on his little ones.
Right. Blood Hunt number 4. Grabbing these red band variants. Probably gonna do a giveaway once they're all done. I don't know. I haven't been reading it. People are saying the Blood Hunt's a pretty good series.
Mm-hmm.
We got Zatanna picking up this Art Germ variant.
Yeah, I seen that when he was doing it live. It was pretty.
Zatanna Bring Down the House number 1. Oh yeah, was he doing this one live on his?
Mm-hmm. On Instagram.
Nice.
It's like
I like it when he does that.
Yeah, me too. Same thing with Moko. Talent.
Yeah, of course, I'm still on the Superman train. This is just the A cover. I'm picking that up.
Superman.
Joshua Williamson still killing it. Collector Holic, what's going on, bud?
Hey, Collector Holic. Yeah, the Frisian cover is cool too.
Yeah, the Frisian cover is pretty good too.
I will.
I'm trying to cut back and not get as many books though. I'm trying to really try to cut back. Got this Del Auto Bane just like manhandling Batman. It's a great cover.
Poor Batman.
Boy, get your head down here.
You
got and then we have Action Comics 1066. Love this Queen Brainiac. Got Superman just decimated. This is Pablo Rivera. And then this week starts the event of the summer, baby. Absolute Power, Ground Zero.
Ground Zero. Yeah.
Yep. Look at these. We got Mark Waid, Williamson, Maines, Zorski, Patridge. I mean, there's like 8 different people in this book. Got Dan Mora and Mark Waid mainly. So that's going to be interesting. That's all the books I got to show off that I'm looking forward to this week.
Some good books. Absolute Power is going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Got all the 3 different big bads teaming up. Failsafe, Brainiac, and Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Waller and Brainiac are kind of like already though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she has her schemes. He's using her and she's using him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It makes
See
sense.
you, Cub. Will, appreciate you, bud.
Nah, it was a Batman cover, James. It was I don't know what issue of Batman. It was Batman.
The Batman Bane one?
Yeah. I think it's like 143.
Yeah, whatever Batman comes out this week. All right, man. Got anything? Any parting words?
Nope. You know, this coming Saturday we got our Dark Tower, discussion. 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock, Central. I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern, something like that. But come on, come off. You like Stephen King, The Dark Tower, Yeah, The Tower.
The Tower.
It's a quick book, so we're gonna do this whole discussion in one. It won't be a 2-parter, and then we'll get to the last book. So we're getting close. That's all I got going on besides dropping my Heroes, my HeroesCon recap video, and then the 2 reviews I got coming. What you got coming?
Same old, same old. Not doing much on the channel besides 2 lives a week and 1 video a week. Back this Wednesday, B3 Community Hangout, 3 to 5. Everybody's welcome on. Rich, catching us at the end there. What's going on, bud?
Hey, Rich.
So, thanks so much, everybody, for coming out, being a part of it. Really appreciate you. Have a great rest of your Sunday night and a great week. And love y'all. As always, Matt Woods.
Matt Woods.